Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. Hope everyone is well. I'm going to take a quick second just to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Leo out there. So guys, just take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating for you, Leo, get in wherever you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's obviously not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Leo? All right, Leo, you are starting out with the Two of Cups. You have Temperance and the Devil in reverse. Wow, this is really nice energy. So I feel like you've either met somebody new or you have reconnected with somebody, because there is healing that's taking place here as well. So for a lot of you, you're reconnecting and you're healing a connection. But for some of you, this could be somebody new that you've met and you're really seeing eye to eye with them. You've done a lot of work on yourself. And I also feel like through the healing, either for yourself or within this connection, you're coming through here with the, coming out of any kind of toxic energy. So this is really nice energy for you guys. I do love this. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy. That's too many cards. Show me who is in Leo's energy. Show me who is in Leo's energy. All right, the person in your energy, we have the Queen of Wands. You might be dealing with another fire sign, an Aries, another Leo, or Sagittarius. We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Page of Wands. Yeah, so this does look like you're reconnecting with somebody. You're healing a connection here. Now, this person that's in your energy, I do feel like, this is a very attractive person. They're very focused on you. They feel like you are very attractive as well. There's passion that is definitely here. This person might be a little younger than you or possibly a little bit more immature. But I do feel like this person in your energy is somebody who is vivacious. They're a go-getter. This person is charismatic. People enjoy being around this person, and they're used to being in leadership roles. This person is recovering from feeling betrayed or feeling a deep, painful ending here. They are going to take the steps necessary to repair. So it could have been that they created the painful ending. Regardless, this person was in a lot of pain. The two of you are healing this connection. And they are invested in making amends if they have done anything to hurt you. With the Page of Wands, this is like that fresh new beginning that's here. So let me see the energy between Leo and this person. The High Priestess in the reverse. Yeah, so there's things that I think the two of you are revealing. Like you're telling this person, you're revealing your feelings, your emotions to this person. Now, I will say this person in your energy is likely more comfortable with physical expressions of how they're feeling. They're more comfortable in the physical. You're more comfortable in the emotional. And so I do feel like the two of you are, kind of realizing this about each other. I also feel like you're both expressing your feelings and emotions towards each other. You could have been in denial, or maybe they were in denial. So you're both kind of saying, hey, you are my person here. So let me see what's affecting this connection. All right, we have the Sun in reverse, and we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So what's affecting the connection is that this person feels like you are unhappy, and you feel like this person doesn't communicate enough, and that they're not being clear, or perhaps that they are not being truthful. So, both of you have your doubts about each other, and it does look like this is coming from past baggage. It also appears that this is what you're trying to heal. You've been unhappy for a little while here without this person. Yeah, I do feel like you may have found out some things that really made you unhappy. And for some reason, this person in your energy, there's this energy of them not wanting to communicate, not wanting to talk about things, not being very clear about things. Because their intentions towards you look good, but it's like they shut down with regard to their words. Let me see what's and that makes you very unhappy. Let me see what the outcome is. I do feel like they are attempting to address that. Justice and the Fool in reverse. Yeah, you just want a balanced, equal relationship. You might be dealing with a Libra, another Leo, or a Pisces. Let's see, Scorpio energy is here as well. But yeah, you just want an equal, balanced, peaceful relationship that's non-toxic. And I say good for you. That's coming from all this healed energy where you've really balanced out your emotions. Now, this person in your energy, I will say that they can be a little bit immature, particularly with how they communicate. But the Fool in reverse tells me that a lot of that is coming from fear. This person has a difficult time communicating and being clear and direct because of fear. There's fear of they're literally afraid of this new connection because they're afraid of being betrayed. They're afraid, you know, of finding out something that's going to make them feel pain. So, but I don't see you doing that is the thing. You're seated in justice, which is really good energy. That's energy of balance. It's energy of trying to do the right things. So, bottom of the deck is the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is underlying energy. Again, verifying that both of you felt a deep sense of loss at this connection. And now there is a reconciliation that is taking place here. So, let me clarify your reading. Spirit, what is the Two of Cups here for Leo? Three of Cups. And the Ace of Cups. Yeah, this is a new beginning. And you and this person are getting on the same page. You're very happy about it. You're very happy about it. And you're telling this person, look, you are the person for me. You're the one that I want. I believe you are my soulmate. Let me see Temperance. Some of you may have tried dating when this relationship broke down. But I feel like you feel this is your person. All right, Two of Wands reversed. Seven of Cups. Yeah, you had options. You definitely had options, but none of them were options that you wanted. I do feel that you were confused. This person may have gone in another direction, perhaps, you know, with another person. And I feel like you're confused about that. Why would they, if they had this relationship with you, with all the love that you were giving them, why would they have gone in another direction? So I do feel like there is some confusion here, that you're looking for clarity. And that's one of the issues. They don't like to provide that clarity. I don't feel they're comfortable exposing their words because they are afraid of getting hurt. So let me look at the Devil. Why is the Devil here? I will say that you had other options, but none of those options were, you know, what you wanted. None of those options made you happy. All right, we have the King of Wands. Justice again, wow. And then the High Priestess in reverse again. So you might be asking for karmic justice too. If this person did not treat you right, you might be asking, and there's something to do with secrets that have come out. So you may have felt like you found out some things that made you very unhappy. You may have found out that this person wasn't being completely truthful with you. And I do feel like if that's the case, you are asking for karmic justice with regard to this. You see, you did so much healing, Leo, that you really balanced out your life. Your life is completely all about balance. And it also tells me you stepped into your power, but it was because you did the work. You addressed a lot of toxic issues within yourself in order to reach that healing, to reach that balance. So I do feel that, you know, there was some toxicity within this connection. You found out about this, and a lot of you do want karmic justice for that. But let's look at this person's energy. Show me the Queen of Wands. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Okay, we have the Knight of Cups reversed, and we have the Sun in reverse. So this person in your energy, I do feel like, because you have the Sun in reverse here as well, I do feel like this person in your energy, I feel like there is they don't know what you're going to do. They don't understand why you're unhappy. They don't know if you're accepting the love that they are offering. So what do? They do what's more comfortable, which is to kind of hold back the feelings and the emotions. Like I said, this person is far more comfortable expressing themselves physically than they are emotionally or even verbally. So it comes from not knowing what you're going to do. They know that you're unhappy. They know that, you know, that, or at least that you were unhappy. And so I feel like this person has been holding back these feelings and emotions. It's not that they don't have them. They've been holding them back for quite some time. And this is likely what is being exposed. You, on the other hand, Leo, you were not holding back. You were expressing your love for this person, but they were not able to do so. Let me see the Ten of Swords reversed. Show me the Ten of Swords reversed. Oh, look at that. You both have the Two of Cups. So you're mirroring each other quite a bit. You both feel that each of you are soulmates. You both feel the other person is your soulmate. I do see some of you might be dealing with another Leo, because they're strong Leo, or they could just be extremely focused on you. You might be dealing with a Gemini. All right, so we have the Two of Cups and we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This person never fully moved on from you, Leo. They didn't tell you this. They weren't, you know, expressing themselves to you, but they never fully moved on. And I will say, too, that this person did undergo karma. So if you were asking for karmic justice, it did happen. It did happen. They want to repair the damage that's been done. This person is going to take the steps necessary in order to try to repair that damage, because they don't want that stuck energy. They don't want to be stuck in pain. They don't want to be stuck in this lack of clarity either. I think it's more their fears and a difficulty in expressing themselves. Now, that being said, they are going to take the action to reach out to you. Let me see why the Page of Wands is here. Yeah, there it is. Five of Pentacles. They're afraid. They're afraid of rejection. Two of Swords reversed. Actually, let's do this. Page of Wands in the upright, and they have a hard time communicating. Why? Well, because they're afraid of rejection. That being said, they're going to overcome that fear, because, you know, they do want the reconciliation. They do want things to work out. So they're having to overcome these fears that they have regarding communication, regarding sharing their feelings and emotions. They've already decided that they want to, you know, have this new beginning. They've already decided that they want to work out these problems. It's difficult for them to do that, though. The communication, the overcoming the fears, all of that is very hard for this person. So just be aware of that. Let me look at the energy between Leo and this person. And I do feel like you are becoming more and more aware of that. King of Swords and the Ace of Swords reversed. Yeah, you're a good communicator, it looks like. I mean, so you're coming towards this person in a very direct, very honest fashion. And you're saying, look, I want us to get on the same page. I have deep love for you. I want to get, bring this back together. I want this reunion. You're being honest. You're being direct. You're being very clear. And what is this person doing? They're shutting down. Oh, sorry about that. They're shutting down. They're like, oh, Leo is coming at me so direct, so forward here. I don't know what to say. So they shut down. They pull their emotions back. They pull back the communication. They don't know what to do, and I feel like they're very focused on you. So what do? They lean into the physical aspect. This is somebody, it looks like, who shows their feelings through physical touch. All right. So they have a very difficult time being clear and communicating honestly. And I think this person may have even been lying to themselves. They've been unhappy for a while. This person may have been lying to themselves about their feelings for you. Let me look at what's affecting the connection. Show me what's affecting the connection between Leo and this person. The imbalance, Six of Pentacles reversed. Whoops. Arguments, Five of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles reversed, a deep loss on your side. And again, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So this person, what's affecting the connection is that the two of you had a lot of arguments. You both may have gotten into your egos a little bit. The arguments got very ugly. You both were trying to argue for what it was that you wanted and had difficulty seeing what the other person wanted. And ultimately what happened is it created this ending. There was a lack of stability here. And I feel like you were utterly confused at some of the choices that this person made. Utterly confused at some of the way this person came at you so harshly. In their energy, this person is beginning to realize that. And they want to try to repair the damage that has been done. They never moved on from you. This person, wants to repair this. They did experience a lot of pain. But a lot of that pain came either through their own dishonesty, through ego, through the imbalance that was here. So they're beginning to get some concept of this, that maybe they have caused some of their own pain. So let me, all of that is affecting this connection. So this person has a very difficult time communicating. Let me see your outcome. Because I can see that you felt this was very toxic, and that you're just not trying to move into anything toxic. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Somebody's getting lucky. All right. Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Magician in the reverse. So yeah, this person again is approaching you from a very physical standpoint. The thing is they do want to do the right thing. They need to work on themselves is what it amounts to. They need to overcome these fears that they have. They need to work on their communication skills. There is a very dropping cards all over. There is a very passionate new beginning that is, trying to happen here. But unfortunately, it's this person who's slowing it down because of their fears, because of them not working on themselves. It's not on your side. It's not on your side. And some of you are actually realizing that this person is immature, or that they don't have very much to offer you. But I do feel like regardless, you still are wanting to balance this out. So I do feel like you're not going to accept anything that is not balanced. You're not going to accept anything that is toxic. And you're basically going to stand your ground here and have this person do their own personal work. And I feel like you're going to be very clear with them about that. You're going to be very honest. And I feel like, Leo, you're going to be talking to this person about what led you guys to be broke up in the first place. So I feel like you are actually going to help this person to engage in their own healing, because they're realizing that this new beginning is not manifesting because of, you know, their fear of rejection, because of decisions that they've made, because of immaturity. There's just it's not manifesting because of manipulation, perhaps. So this person is basically, you're being a mirror to them, and you are shining, you know, right back at them their own reflection that they're now having to face. So I do see this new beginning happening, but it's going to be a little less than stable as much as you want. It's going to be very passion based, and you're going to be providing a mirror to this person. So bottom of the deck is the 8 of Wands in the reverse, and that is underlying energy. It's a blockage. So there's a blockage to this reconciliation, and it's this person needs to heal. And you're providing the mirror for them to see themselves. So you have to decide if that is what you want, you know. And some of you will be like, okay, I can do that, and others are going to say, no, I'm not willing. All right, I'm going to pull a Heal Yourself card. This is from the Heal Yourself reading cards. All right, we have number 2. And this is Self-Sabotage. Interesting. So let's read that. Become conscious of how your inner saboteur functions. You are about to sabotage a big opportunity. Now is the time to stop procrastinating and cease focusing your energy on why you are unworthy of wonderful, enriching experiences. When you connect to the saboteur archetype, you begin to recognize all the ways you pass up interesting opportunities and relationships which could make you grow, learn, evolve, and become fulfilled. The saboteur is terrified of change and guards your heart from that which is meaningful to you with the misguided belief that if you don't try, you can't fail. It forgets that if you don't escape from your comfort zone, you cannot succeed and experience the love and joy which would fulfill you. On the lighter side, the saboteur can help you connect to your intuition and help you listen to your deeper wisdom. It can assist you in deciphering a potentially dangerous situation from an exciting one. So for some of you, you know, that might be very good information for you. Others of you, it might be helping you to see this person and mirror back what you're seeing, because I definitely feel like this person in your energy does sabotage themselves. So take it as it resonates for you. But I hope this has been helpful. If you've resonated with the reading, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hype the video if you get the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Leo, know that you are love. And namaste.